Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. You are listening to And Another Thing. We are Joella and Helen, and this is a very spooky episode 28.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
It is the 31st of October today. Well, it will be when this episode comes out.
So we're trying to get pre-spooky.
Okay, before we carry on, I've got a question about Halloween for you since we've started off with a spooky start.
Okay.
Is Halloween a thing in the UK?
It's more of a thing now than it used to be when I was a kid.
Do you think the influence has been because of media?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. What did you used to do as a kid?
Maybe go round to the... you'd always dress up as something spooky.
Okay.
You would never dress up as like Captain America or, like any of them. Yeah. You wouldn't do that. So that was very new when I came here. You can be whatever you want.
Right.
So it was always something spooky, and maybe just pop around to the neighbours, a little bit of
trick or treat.
There was so many people that wasn't not up for it. It wasn't a big thing, but I believe it has grown quite a bit now. So
I would say that is very similar to my memory of New Zealand as well. I didn't dress up at all. It was not really something that we kind of did as a family. And then the kids that kind of came around, maybe we got a knock on the door about 3 or 4 times on the night. But other than that, it wasn't really a thing. Halloween parties didn't exist. And if they did, then it was definitely not a common thing.
No.
And I think it's grown a little bit. I actually haven't been in New Zealand for Halloween for a while.
No, and you probably don't even think about it now not being a kid either.
No. So I don't actually know what it's like at the moment and if it's developed, but I definitely did notice a change as I grew, and that's simply just because of media and movies and the hype that produces.
Yeah. When the kids had their first Halloween here and they went out, we would go out with a tiny little bucket and they went out with pillowcases. And when they emptied on the floor, I've never seen so much candy. I'm like, my God.
Because a pillowcase is quite... Oh, yeah. It can hold quite a mess.
Imagine... Well, they were both small, so TJ and Amy, looking like Santa coming in. I think Scott might have had to hold the pillowcase in the end.
They would have been the whole entire body size of them.
Yeah, it was always his job. He went out with the kids.
Right.
Normally. And... but he really likes to be the person that... I'm sure I had to swap it around occasionally because he likes to be the one at home.
Right.
He likes to see all the kids coming. He likes Halloween.
Okay.
So it's his holiday.
The only memory that I do have of Halloween is, I have no idea how old I was, but I was definitely younger than 15 because these kids knocked on the door and my dad answered and the kids said, trick or treat. And my dad, in his only way that he did, he stood there and he was like, I'll have a trick, thanks. And the kids are like... That's not how it works. You're supposed to give us lollies. And he's like, well, you said trick or treat as a question, so I'm choosing a trick. And they kind of left disheartened. I was like, oh.
They didn't get anything.
Of course not, no.
So sad. Some people give out full-on massive candy bars. Like the kids have come back with that before. And you're like, who's giving those away?
Honestly.
I know. You've got to be some rich-ass person to be buying that many candy bars.
Oh, I reckon.
Yeah. I like it because I have a sneaky bag of crisps and a couple of little Kit Kats.
What, just for yourself?
Yeah. Black from the bowl. I'm like, it's Halloween. I don't knock on people's doors. But, yeah, you can't resist. But Scott doesn't buy the good boxes. They're good enough. They're very tasty, but the Twix box never been purchased at our house. Oh,
that's probably because it doesn't last until Halloween.
Maybe. The kids always used to get me Twix when they were going round. Mum. That's kind of nice.
That is kind of sweet. Twixes are great.
Alrighty. How are you feeling? Because last week you were at the beginnings of not feeling well and then poof, you were not well.
And a week later, I'm only just starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I got completely and utterly knocked this week with a sickness that I've not had before, and it completely threw me under the bus. And I was like, cool. So I spent 4 days at home, not at work.
Yeah.
It drove me nuts by the end of it.
Yeah.
I was kind of a bit sick of my houseboundness. But honestly, I couldn't move.
No.
I had to stay on the couch. Otherwise, anytime I moved, absolute coughing fit. It completely and utterly attacked my lungs. And I have to say, every time I coughed, it felt like I peed a little bit. It was so annoying.
This is why we need to get sponsored by Tenor Lady. It'd benefit both of us.
Because the frustrating part too was the other day, I was like, so I went to the toilet, had a wee, and then I come out and I'm just attacked with a coughing fit. And sure enough, I'm like,
where's that?
I literally just emptied my bladder.
Where's that wee come from?
The amount of force that it
I know.
drives
You don't need to tell me. I was like, please don't give me that coughing fit. I'm not going to be able to come to work just because. Not because of my cough, yeah.
Oh dear. So anyway, it was not pleasant, but feeling better now, which is, I mean, I still have that cough and it's probably going to linger, but there's a lot going around at the moment.
There has been. I find that it seems to always happen this time of year. Lots of our kids off work, and then luckily we either avoid it or we get it, and you've had it, so
yeah,
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I just keep getting really stuffed up and think, oh, it's coming, and then it's gone.
Poof, it's gone.
Yeah, so that's fine with me, I guess. It's just annoying.
Yeah, it's either come in full force,
yeah,
and then bugger off and leave, or just bugger off and leave.
Don't just be like, oh, stuffed up again, can't breathe. I had a lovely week while you were not well.
What happened in your week?
TJ's birthday was this week, and and the kids are back for reading week, so we were able to take a bit of extra time off as management because they were back and could fill in the spots. So I've had 3 days off this week.
Lovely.
And TJ and I decided to go to the zoo. And this time of year, it's in the Rouge Valley area, so it's like in that foresty area, like conservation area.
Okay.
And it's beautiful. The colours are beautiful.
This is the Toronto Zoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the colours were lovely. The weather was lovely. It was one of those days where you didn't know the time. And then TJ said, it's this time. I'm like, oh my God, already? It closes at 4:30. Like, we had a really nice day.
Fantastic.
And because it was his birthday, we also went out to eat. We went to Bardo's in our local town. It has... they do really great pizzas, Italian stuff. They do all sorts of stuff. And it was so busy on a Wednesday night. Like, even they were running around, they were short-staffed. It's not normally that busy.
Right.
So there was some kind of show on downtown, so that could have caused it. Also, it was Wine Wednesday, so that could have caused it.
Gotta love a Wine Wednesday.
But I went in mind, because I'm the person that looks at the menu before I go.
And you already know what you're going to order when you get there.
So I was going to try and be good, because in the morning I'd had Eggs Benedict, so my Weight Watchers points were already whoop. So I was going to have fish. And we sat at the bar waiting for our table, and the two ladies next to us had this burger delivered with fries, like the little stick fries.
Shoestring fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With parmesan, or parmesan, as they say here, over the top of it. And I just looked and I went, I'm having burger. It was so
Fish
good.
who?
Oh, yeah. I will have the fish burger. So good. TJ and Scott had pizza. TJ's was delicious, but there was something wrong with Scott's.
Oh.
Like at the end of where the dough is, it was still a bit doughy, and he got really fixated on looking at the dough. So he'd eat a bit of it, then he'd be spreading it, looking at it like a kid. If it had been a kid, you'd be like, what you doing? Stop playing with your food. He got fixated on it. And I could see his face. I'm like, I'm not asking. I'm just going to leave you to pick at that bit. But every time. So I don't think his was as great. But we had a great night. So delicious food. And then I had to try and get back on it.
The next day.
Well,
Well, it sounds like it was a great birthday all around.
Yeah, it was. And it was a good week.
Yeah.
And today, in my day off, I did bugger all, really.
Nice. Look at you just...
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like both of us actually weren't at work all that much.
No.
You were doing birthday things and days offing, and I was just couching it.
Couching it.
Watching far too much TV and reading books.
See, reading books, that's good.
Yeah.
So, before we have a sip of tea, I want to say hi to Ali.
Okay.
I'm waving at you. I don't know why I do that when we're on. Hello.
I'm waving back to Helen on behalf of
Ali used to work for us many many moons ago now.
Way before my time.
Yeah.
I know of Ali. Hi, Ali. Never
Yeah.
met before. Don't know
Yeah.
who you are. But I've heard about you, and you were definitely gone before I arrived.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, God. Oh, I've been working there for 14 years, 13, 14 years. It's a lot of waves of people. There's some people I probably don't even remember.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, she moved to Australia and she listens to the podcast. And when I tell stories about from back in the day, I'm not giving any names or anything because I haven't spoken to these people. And she messages me on and off to say, I know who that was. I remember that situation. I love listening to you. So it's bringing back some memories for her. So I just wanted to give her a shout out. So when she listens, she gets a name mentioned. But yeah, she's sent me loads of messages this week. So there's lots of things
What
that
the
she
heck did we
remembered.
talk about last week?
No, I think she's a bit behind.
Oh, okay. So she's playing catch up.
Yeah, she's playing catch up.
Okay.
So then I was like, oh, remember when this happened or I did this or I know
That's
who
too
did
funny.
that when you were speaking about them. So yeah, she's enjoying it. So I'm glad about that.
That's great. Well, on name dropping, I'm going to name drop another person because I literally just saw her before, and it's Maddie. Hi, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, guys, I'm your number one fan. Like, Maddie used to work with us. It's so cute.
It is.
Anyway, so Maddie changed over from cafe lifestyle and became a hairdresser. And so I went to the hairdressers today, got my hair done, and Maddie was my hairdresser. And so we were talking about the podcast, and she's like, I haven't listened to today's episode, but I listen every Friday. She's like, you guys mentioned my name twice in one episode. And she's like, and her partner, she's like, I woke my partner up. So he's like, she goes and says, here, listen, they said my name, I'm famous. And I'm like, Maddie, that's so funny because I forget we do a podcast.
Yeah.
I forget that we actually are on this big name brand of Spotify and Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts and,
We just chat
Google
to each
whatever.
other
And we
every
just chat to each other in a room in my house out in the middle of the country. And then, yeah, these people who are listening
Name
to them
dropping.
buzzing out because we said Maddie's name. So there you go, Maddie. You
Hey,
can,
Maddie. Maddie.
you can buzz
And-
out a couple of times.
Sorry, Spencer. Spencer came in.
I was so bummed that I missed
You
her.
missed Spencer, yeah.
Oh,
and now
Spence.
she's in England.
What?
Yep, the family's gone to England.
For a holiday?
I would guess so. They did Buckingham Palace. They saw this. I've seen pictures.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it is a holiday. So yeah, whole fam's there. Gonna say to meet the Queen, but no Queenie.
Well, they might have gone and said hello to her.
To Queenie?
Yeah.
Well, they would have to go to Windsor for that.
Yeah.
Well, they might have done. Anyway, Spencer, it was lovely to see you.
So Spencer also used to work for us. Her and her family moved out north, south, east. And they moved out east.
Yeah.
I don't actually
That
know whether my east and my wests are left and right. So every single time
have
I
to
have
do
to
the
go
compass.
north, south, east, west. And I have to do my pointing finger too. And then I'm like, east is on the right. Okay, north, south, east.
Well,
they moved
Spencer
out east.
and her mum used to work for us.
Yes.
Spencer used to be our go-to person if we fancied something to eat. Even if she wasn't working, we'd be like, Spencer, do you fancy come picking this up for us? And then she'd be like, yeah. And then she'd go and get it.
Get
and-
wonton soup from the Thai place down the road.
Yeah,
Oh.
it wasn't wonton.
What?
It wasn't called wonton soup. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. It's the hot one.
I thought that was wonton soup.
Tom or something.
Did it not have wontons in it?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay. Well,
Tom Yum.
Tom Yum?
Yum Tom. Oh, there's
maybe
people-
there's,
I tell
maybe-
you what, there are people yelling at me now.
Well, I mean, only if they know exactly where
Oh,
we live.
Well,
and
they
that
also
Thai
know the
place.
name of the soup. I know that Scott's yelling at me now.
Okay.
Tom Yum, I'm going to say, is my final answer.
Lock it in. Who's that?
That's Millionaire.
Millionaire.
That's my final answer.
It is Tom Yum.
Yes.
Famous lemongrass soup. Galangal. Lime leaves, mushroom, fresh chilies, and lime juice. That sounds delicious.
It was,
You can have it
it
with
is.
chicken or vegetable or shrimp.
Yeah. You know what that would have been good for when you were
They
sick?
also do wonton soup.
Okay.
So, that would have been great when
Yeah.
I was sick.
Maybe we can see if we can get some tomorrow. I wonder if they deliver. Anyway. Let's have a cup of tea, a sip of tea.
Well, we've got coffee, so we'll have a cup of coffee.
No, I
and-
have tea.
Oh.
Yep.
We'll take a sip and we'll be right back.
Yes, bye.
Alrighty, and we are back from our sip of respective drinks. On the topic of, we should get that soup delivered. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about some delivery things today. Take it away, Helen.
Yes, we're going to talk about... What's funny?
It felt like, the midday commercials that you used to watch on the telly when you're sick or bored, or, you're just home from wherever and you're like, or midnight commercials.
Oh, like the shopping channels.
Yeah. Yes, sorry, I said commercials, but that's what I meant, the shopping channels.
Yeah.
Be like, and then we have this. Take it away, Alice. Well, on today's.
We have this chopper. Chops onions, and as always, the things that are on there, things you don't want to buy, although I have one of those. But anyway, we are going to talk about Skip the Dishes, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all those kind of things. I'm sure there's more, but I don't know of them.
Home delivery services for food.
Yep. Nearly fell off my chair. In England, Skip the Dishes is called Deliveroo. Deliveroo.
Do they have like a kangaroo on there?
I don't know what the symbol is.
What's the roo part?
I don't know. Maybe we'll just Deliveroo.
Deliveroo. Every time I hear a roo, I always think of a kangaroo. Yeah.
They become hugely popular, and it's a part of modern day dining experience now, really. Mm-hmm. But we just wanted to chat about the pros and cons for a business and touch on the pros and cons as somebody that uses it. Mm-hmm. I've only ever used it once, I have to say.
I've only ever used it once as well.
Okay. When you're here or when you're other?
No, when I was here.
Yeah.
So, shall I tell you the scenario? Yeah. My sister and brother-in-law and one of the girls were away. My brother-in-law and one of my nieces does motorbike riding.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, this particular niece doesn't listen to our podcast, so she can't yell at me for saying I've said it wrong. But some kind of motorbike riding. And they went away for the weekend to do races, and my sister went with them to be pit crew. And so I was looking after the kids. But there was one other niece that was home, and we were tag teaming, looking after the little kids. And so the niece that was home had to leave to go to work, and it was a crossover. So when she left to go to work, I hadn't quite finished yet. So the kids were by themselves probably about an hour.
Yeah.
And they were at the time probably 9 and 12. So okay ages, but still they wanted to know when I was leaving, and I wanted to know that they were okay. And anyway, and so our plan for that night was to have McDonald's for dinner. And I said to the kids, I'll pick it up on my way home, but it will mean that I'm a little bit longer. And they're like, Auntie Jo, can we do Uber Eats? And I was like, that's a great idea. So I ordered McDonald's via Uber Eats before I left work, and then I made the instructions just to leave it on the front door. And then when I would have got the ping, I would have told the kids, okay, your dinner's ready. You can go grab it. It just so happened that it was pissing down with rain, and I ended up literally arriving just before the Uber Eats guy.
Okay, but you didn't have to stop and get it. So.
But I didn't have to stop and get it because it was raining, so I was already slower, and I wanted to get there so that the kids were good and we were good.
So you had a good experience.
So I had a good experience, but freaking heck, it was expensive.
Yeah, that's what
and also it was a little bit all the things that we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
But I kind of opened it up and I was like, oh, I hate cold McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
And it was just meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what we're going to touch on a bit. So the pros as a guest, let's talk about those. It's convenient. Mm-hmm. You don't have to leave your house. It's just convenience. Mm-hmm. They give you an access to a variety of places. So there's loads of places to choose from that you can order from. Mm-hmm. You get given lots of promos and loyalty codes afterwards. Did you get that sent to you afterwards? Use me again, you get this promo code. Or I remember I did after. And you're able to track your food and see where it is if you need to. Which
in that scenario, it was great because I had 2 kids at home and I could see where the driver was at, which is why I knew he was kind of right behind me because I could track where he was. Yeah. And that, for that example, brilliant.
It was brilliant, yeah. The cons as a guest, you have to pay more because that's how they make their money. So you have to pay more for your product. And the menu prices will possibly be inflated as well from the place that you're buying it from because they have to cover costs too. So there's a possibility that,
because as a business, they would be charged to use these delivery services. Yes. So in order to cover that, they would bump their prices up.
They might bump their prices up.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Not always, but potentially.
So you're paying for the delivery and you might be paying more for your food. as well. And the quality. So when it arrives, it's not always great because it might be in a sweaty box or and it's not always good.
Yeah. Which basically everything that you just listed is everything that I just experienced.
Okay. So that's just from like a consumer point of view. So as a business, that's not great for your business. But so I put down a few things I got some help with some of these from Megan because she works in the restaurant industry or has had many years experience, and I haven't really worked with it. So I've not worked in a place that's had Skip the Dishes or Uber or anything like that. So I did have to ask some questions. But from a business point of view, it reaches a larger customer base. So lots more customers can see you as a business.
Sure.
Especially if you're a smaller business, it's pretty good to get your name out there. So you're visible on the popular apps, so it can be a good marketing tool for you as well. You don't need to hire a delivery driver. So sometimes you might have a delivery driver that you're paying and there's not many deliveries. So you're not paying a delivery driver to be there all the time, so you would save on labour for that. So those are like some of the good things about having Uber Eats. It could bring more customers to notice you. And then, like you can save, you don't have to worry about your delivery vehicle or all that business.
Yeah.
So the cons from a business is that you also get charged a fee to use this particular delivery service, which means that would cut into your profits.
Right. But unless you have to bump your prices up.
So then...
Which doesn't really reflect the in-house experience either.
That's what I put that. The guest never gets the hospitality feel that often brings them back. So we've spoken about hospitality a lot and how it's the most important thing. This Skip the Dishes and DoorDash is a service. And we've talked about the difference. So they don't get a hospitality from this company that they're ordering from. So if we had it, for example, they wouldn't get any of that, the good stuff that we do. They would just get whatever we're sending them that they've ordered, and they don't. So if it arrived in not a good quality,
we've got absolutely no control over it.
No, we'd have no control over it, and then we can get negative. You can get negative reviews from that, and that in turn bashes your business. And really, some of that is out of your control.
Well, I'd say 95% of it's out of your control.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I do think about when it comes to these delivery services, because I have a bit of faith. I have a bit of faith in the human spirit, and humanity in general, and I'd like to hold hope for us as beings. But I do kind of wonder. I'm like, what's to stop someone from just having a bit of a sneaky snack on their way?
In COVID times, things changed with that a little bit. I think they taped
things over,
so that you knew that they hadn't been tampered with.
Snacky.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I've always
I'm
thought.
Sure that happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or I ordered this burger. Well, this is all I got. So I'm delivering this to you. So it's not my response. I take it up with the person. So there's a lot of potential discrepancy that can happen within that third person party, because as your business, you've just popped your food out and hope that someone else is going to take care of it for you. They actually don't really care.
I was just about to say they don't give a shit. They're on minimum wage probably to do this, do the job.
Yeah. That would be an interesting one to try and find more information about. How do you actually get paid as an Uber driver? And I would say that they get paid per delivery. They're not paid by an hour. They're paid by, I will pick this order up, I will deliver it, and therefore my fee has been provided.
And then they would hope to get a tip when they dropped it off.
Yeah.
Which is extra cost on your customer.
On top of the already cost.
Because there might have, I don't know how it works on the system, but there might have been a tip to be able to tip the restaurant for doing it. There might be that option.
Right.
And then you need to tip your driver. This is a whole expensive
I wouldn't
dinner.
be tipping any drivers.
No, but they do rely on that. Because we used to have somebody that worked for us that delivered pizzas around the corner from us. And that was shitty pay, but it was extra money for them.
But that was from the pizza shop.
It was from the pizza shop.
Yeah, so that's a different kind of delivery service.
Then you would tip that person.
Yeah, because you're not tipping, you're tipping the company name. whether it's the person, and it's similar to us. So
Yeah.
say I've done a great job of serving table number 25, and then they've said, hey, this is for you, which happens often. People will, whoever's been served at a table, then they'll pop a $5 in your hand, and then you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, like your nan used to.
Yeah, but we don't ever pocket it. We put it in the tip pool.
Yeah.
And so it's just, but that's the name. So they could say, here, this is for you. It's like, well, I appreciate that, but I'm sharing this with my
Yeah.
team. But it's the same thing with that pizza delivery. It's like, this is for you. But yes, they can take it because,
Oh, they keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would keep it.
of course.
In that, you're not sharing anything in those situations. Because we pool our tips and then share them equally. So somebody that works on a Monday night that might not be busy has still contributed to the whole week and benefits from a Saturday or Sunday tip. Like,
Yeah.
But some places at the end of the night they'll divvy out what they've got. So if you only work on a Monday, you might just get shit tips. But then if you work on a Saturday, there's more people to share it. So
Yeah.
no, it's like
The tip pooling situation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still great because it's tips.
Yeah.
Which is never a bad thing.
No.
When it comes to this food delivery service, I'm interested to know what your personal, I know that we've just kind of spouted off some facts
Yeah.
here, but your personal views and opinions on it. How do you think and feel about the food delivery service? Would you ever use it again? You haven't actually shared about your experience.
Okay, I've only used it once
Okay.
because I'll just hop in a car and pick anything up, or we'll get it delivered by the place that we're ordering it from.
Right. And to be fair, your range of distance to places that you would
Is
actually get it
easy.
from is within what, like a 5K
Yeah,
range?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the benefit of where you live.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I live out in the country and there's nothing within 5 kilometres. It'll take me at least 10 minutes. Actually, it'll probably take me about 12 minutes to get to my closest McDonald's.
Yeah.
And anything beyond that is a longer drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so carry
But they
on.
would still deliver to you, right? Because there are some areas they won't deliver to if you're really out. Like Maddie, again, hello.
Hi, Maddie.
Nobody delivers to
Oh,
Maddie.
but she lives in the back.
Well, I
fucking
know.
nowhere.
So, like,
Yeah.
it's not useful when you live in the boonies.
Yeah. I actually
So-
don't know if they've delivered to where I live. My sister lives about 5 minutes down the road from me, but on the main road.
Yeah.
And they deliver to her house.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about where I live.
Yeah.
So anyway, carry on.
So this was years ago. So they've probably changed some things and altered it. But I was at home with the kids and Scott was away or out somewhere, and we did skip the dishes. So we ordered it from a well-known restaurant, and we waited and we could see when it was coming, and I paid for it and blah, 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 and it arrived. And then when they dropped it off, it was the wrong order, and I couldn't even use half of it because the kids wouldn't eat what was in there. I mean, I would have happily eaten it, but
Right.
So I didn't know how it really worked, and I phoned Skip the Dishes, and there's nothing at that point that they could do about it. I believe now that they can offer refunds. Megan said that they do refunds even if the company is not happy with the there's no correspondence with the company, they'll just refund it.
So the delivery service will refund the customer.
Yeah, and the customer then has to reorder.
But it's got nothing to do with the food industry person.
No, they
that
haven't
has made the money.
communicated back
Right.
to say, and then
So that food delivery place, that Pizza Hut, let's just, because it's
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut has no knowledge of whether the client was happy, whether they
No.
wanted, whether they got
I
the
don't
right
know whether
food.
they get a report back. I don't know that bit.
Okay.
So I phoned the Skip the Dish and said, I've got the wrong bag. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, we've delivered the bag now and there's nothing we can do about it. And I said, I was trying to get they were very unhelpful.
Right.
So then I phoned the restaurant and said, I'm really sorry, but Skip the Dishes has given me the wrong bag. My order was there, or they knew what my order was. I think that
Didn't you
also
say that
gone,
the wrong bag had been
the
picked
wrong
up by
bags
the Uber
had been
driver?
given to the wrong people.
Yeah.
But they still had what my order was, and they said they would remake it. And I said I would go and get it.
Right.
So it wasn't a great experience. The dinner was slightly late. It wasn't the restaurant's fault, or maybe they should make sure that the people have got the right bags.
But we also know that if you're busy
Yeah.
and an Uber driver comes in saying, nothing, because half the time I've witnessed they don't really say anything. They just hold their phone up or whatever, and then boom, hand it over and then gone. There's no real communication that goes on, no double checking that happens.
So that particular restaurant that night, they kept the food that they'd sent me because they obviously didn't want that back. I was then inconvenienced because I had to then go and collect it, take the kids with me in their pajamas and go and get it. And then they had to remake my food, so that was a huge cost.
Absolutely, to them.
Yeah. So that's what, because of that experience, that's what I think of from a business point of view. That is my feelings on it. Like, you have to monitor that really well to make sure they're taking the right thing to the right person. But my biggest concern is if you're not delivering a deliverable item, like you have to be your food has to be delivery friendly for this to work, in my mind.
What's a non-friendly deliverable food?
So we ordered a takeout from a restaurant that was a pasta that you had to put together yourself. I went and collected it. It was nothing to do with skip the dishes.
Okay.
But when it comes to you, it's so not the same as eating it in the restaurant.
Right, because in the restaurant, do you have all the different ingredients and you combine it together?
Well, it comes to you combined.
Oh.
So they're giving it to you separately. So first of all, you've got to, everything isn't as warm.
Okay.
So you could put it all together and then reheat it, but it's just very dry. It's just not the same.
Right.
And then fries that come are normally in a plastic container, and then they're all sweaty Betty, and it's just
so that
not
would
the
be
same.
that would be a disservice to that particular product, and it's not really the best deliverable food.
So in terms of us, sandwiches that aren't grilled is more deliverable than sandwiches that are grilled, because if you're giving a sandwich that's grilled to your third-party delivery driver and they take 20 minutes to get there, then when they open that sandwich, it's more than likely going to be a bit soggy.
Which is different than old Joe Blow coming in, ordering his grilled sandwich to take out, and then taking his grilled sandwich and then driving 20 minutes to wherever he gets to.
Well, that's his choice.
Yeah, but that's what the difference is. It's the difference between a customer purchasing something on the spot in the moment, and then from there on it's their responsibility whether they're going to eat the piping hot sandwich or they're going to just let it get sweaty Betty in the bag before they eat it.
Also, that Joe Blow that's just come in has had a lovely guest experience as well.
So then
before
that's what he gets taken away from that moment. Me personally, I don't particularly I don't like the concept of skip the dishes. I understand it. I understand the benefits of it. I think about the situation of both of us are examples when we've got kids and wanting to feed them and the ease that brings.
Yeah.
Also, if you're having a really rough time and you just can't leave the house, it's a great option. Me personally, there are many times when I've thought to myself, I've been sitting at home and I'm like, I hate cooking for one person. I love cooking. I actually really enjoy it. But for me, a one-person cooking thing, hate it. It's the most thing. I just don't enjoy it. And I'm like, I just want Thai food. I want Thai food, or I want Japanese food, or I want Chinese, or I just want some Greek food. I just want some really good food.
Tasty.
So I think to myself, I could Uber Eats it, or I could just get it delivered to me. And in my brain, I think to myself, Joella, if you're willing to spend that much money on it, just get in your car and go get it yourself.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's the same amount of effort. And then I think to myself, the practicality of it all just kind of rides over, and I'm like,
just have a piece of
toast. What are you spending that much money for? You've probably got food in your house. Get off your ass. Scrounge around.
Yeah.
You don't like it, but feed yourself. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Sometimes it's a necessity. Like, as you say, sometimes you're in a place you can't, circumstances for everybody is different.
Or on a great way of you're homesick, you're by yourself, I'm going to send some food to you.
Yeah.
That's when I find
I didn't send you any food. Is that a dig?
No.
You didn't get any nice soups last week? I was trotting around the zoo.
I made my own soup. No. But that's the benefits of it. But other than that, I do agree with the con part of what you said for both parties, because sometimes I actually don't want to talk to people when I go and get my food, but it has got me out of the house. It has engaged me with other humans, which sometimes, even if you don't want it, can be good for you. And so I think we kind of need a little bit more of that. We've become too much of an isolated world.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah. So it has its place.
It just gets left at the door as well. You don't often speak to the...
Well, you can opt for it. So when I did it through Uber Eats, it was an opt of, do you want it left at the door? Do you want it left somewhere specific so then you leave instructions?
Okay.
Or do you want us to knock on the door or ring the doorbell?
Okay.
But because the kids were home, I didn't want anyone knocking on the door for them to have to answer anything.
So do they have to take a picture of it? So what if
Yes.
Okay, because otherwise you could say, no, it's not here.
Yeah. So then take a picture. I think I got that information through Uber Eats and then they went on their merry way.
Okay.
But I was there by that point anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if we get a delivery, we'll get a delivery from the restaurant. So we'll have a delivery driver. So that's how if we get stuff to the house.
Right.
So you can still do that. You don't have to use one of these services. But
But that's only if these restaurants and these
Have
places
delivery
have
drivers.
a delivery service.
And if they get too swamped, they can turn the delivery bit off. Like if it gets too much. I guess you can turn these apps off too. If you're in a really busy spell in your establishment and then you're getting all of this
I've thought about this
stuff in.
because as a side note, which we haven't touched on and we won't touch on in this episode, but where we currently work, we are looking at going to online ordering as an added to what we currently do. And so one of the things that we've already thought about or talked about has been, well, if we get busy, we can just turn it off, which is great. But my brain goes to, you're freaking busy. Who's stopping for 5 seconds to go to the computer to then go into that access page, which honestly, on a busy day, who's got access to that menu? Nobody else really has access.
Am I going to remember how to do it on a busy day?
Yeah. And part of me thinks about that too. And I'm like, how exactly, if we're busy and we just need to turn this off, are we actually going to stop what we're doing to then go and think we need to turn the online delivery off or the Uber Eats delivery off?
If you are a manager of a larger restaurant, you are, I mean, obviously you jump in where you're needed, but you are
the overseer of things?
Yeah, which we are, but we're also
on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah, we are hands-on.
Yeah, so we're not spare.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to say.
So on these particular places, they would be semi-spare.
Semi-spare.
In order to be able to do that.
To fix problems and stuff like that. Because you've also got to think if you run out of something.
Yeah.
Which you have to do on these apps too.
Right.
So if you're, like you're going to be out of chicken, for example.
Yeah.
You've got to put that in quick because people are still going to... It's not like ordering. You can go and visit the table and say, I'm so sorry, we've just used the last one. Then
can I get you something else?
Yeah, that's got to be real. Oh, that would drive me mad.
So where we currently work, we have a lot of these companies knock on our door via email and phone to basically say, hey, can we sign you up with Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats, whatever
blah,
else.
blah,
yeah, DoorDash, all the things. And I really actually quite appreciate what our boss has said in the past, which is basically like, one, that's not our brand, which basically translated means we provide a hospitality and an experience for our guests.
Yes.
And we want to maintain that.
Yeah.
Doing this third-party experience
it's
doesn't
too dangerous
maintain
for your brand,
Yeah.
too dangerous for your reputation.
Yeah. And then also, we don't need it. And I was like, yeah, actually, as big franchises, you could probably do that. You could, like McDonald's, you can be a part of Uber Eats because how much of a profit... how much is it actually going to impact your profit through being a part of Uber Eats? You're such a big corporation anyway. But for little independent people like us, I understand why he wouldn't want to go with it because we actually don't need it. We don't need the ability for someone to sit in their couch and then think, oh, I want a sandwich from where we work. I'm going to order it. It's like, no, we don't need your customer service. We have enough people come through our doors. We have enough of a clientele in order to service them in the moment.
Yeah.
Online ordering, why we're doing it and why it still fits with us is because we're designing it so that people still have to come in to pick it up.
Yes.
And that still creates that connection of, I'm picking up for John Smith. Here you go, John.
Yeah.
Everything's in there. We've labelled all the bags so you know which is which. There's some spoons and some things in there. Have a great day.
Yeah.
That's what builds
exactly
a business.
It's not being left on somebody's doorstep.
Yeah.
No, I honestly completely agree with all of that. As you say, the bigger corporations can handle it. They can handle the downfall if something's gone wrong.
Well, they can handle the cost. They could probably handle the bad reviews. They could probably...
Yeah. A small business can't. Like that could really ruin your reputation if you're in a small town. if it's not right, because you only, as we've said about reviews before, you only need one negative.
Absolutely.
And that's going around like wildfire. Don't get that from there. That comes in and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's either a Google review or that's word of mouth, and those
Yeah.
negative responses brings
Yeah.
everything down. So then, yeah.
And we wouldn't, to raise out your prices, you have to raise your prices in order to, like cover labor, or if you've got an increase in wages, and, to come in line with your food costs. So as everybody knows these days, you go out to eat and it's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've had to raise your prices for
The delivery service.
So you're offering a different price for delivery than you are in store. Actually, does that ever happen to you? Like back in the day, is this for here or to go? And it would be cheaper to go than it would be if you were staying in.
I don't recall it happening to me, but I know it happened.
Yeah, I remember that. If are you staying in,
Isn't
then
that-
this is your coffee is going to be this much, and if you're going, your coffee is going to be this much.
Isn't that what they do in Italy? So my hope is to take a trip to Italy next year. So every now and then when I have a spare brain moment, I will look at things about
Right.
Italy. One of the things that I've heard is that when you go to Italy and you go to a place that sells espresso or cappuccino, because that's pretty much all you're going to get by the sounds of it, you have it like the Italians do at the bar. If you want to sit down and drink your coffee, it's going to be more expensive because that's what a tourist will do. But if you're like the Italians, you'll drink it at the bar, swap it down, and then boom, cheaper.
Oh, I don't know, because remember I told you a few weeks ago that there's a price
Yes, you
cap
did.
on coffees. So,
But I have
anyway.
heard that about
Yeah.
Italy. But again, similar things of, are you going to sit or are you going to go? And
Yeah.
it could be cheaper or...
Also, people could you can order this most ridiculous things. I mean, I guess you can amend your menu how you want it. But for example, if somebody wanted a cappuccino, like if you have it on your menu, they can order it and they can get it delivered by one of these services. And then by the time that gets there, that's going to be cold.
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
There's certain things that you can and can't do. Did you know that the ghost kitchen, do you know what a ghost kitchen is?
No.
Okay, now I've got responsibility explaining to you. So a ghost kitchen is you don't have a storefront. You've rented this space, which is a ghost kitchen space, and all you're doing is people are ordering from you, and you're just providing them with that product. So the Cheesecake Factory was in there for a while locally, and some other named brand. So they're in there. They're just paying the staff that are in there. They have no storefront. They have no seats. It's just delivery.
That's what I want to do
Okay.
with my place.
Yeah, so that's like a ghost kitchen. So
Okay.
that came from all of these services, so that it was cheaper. Like your profit is going to be better. You've got no storefront. You've got no anything. You're just making this pizza for this driver to take.
Interesting.
I think that's the...
Do you think it would be more profitable?
Well...
Because you
You
can't really
still have
upsell things. You can't really... Someone's sat at a table and it's like, oh, that was delicious.
Oh, there's
Can I
no
get you any
upselling
dessert?
on these, is there? That's
Yeah.
true. No, I just mean that you haven't... This is the price of this... This is the price of this when you order it online.
Right, so
you
that's
might
what
have
you're
already
comparing
upped-
it to,
Yeah.
of the to-go or to
Yeah.
stay-in prices.
So they will have already upped their prices.
Right.
This ghost kitchen.
And it would have been
And you
consistent.
might only be paying 2 people
right, I
to
hear what
be
you're
there
saying.
for this night or
Yeah.
for this day.
I actually quite like that concept.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't have it's not there in our town anymore, but there was a Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, Cheesecake Factory? How is that? So that's what they did. So I guess that one was easy because they've just got all the cheesecakes made.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
yeah, that's where that came from.
Wow.
So,
Well, there you go. There's our chat about Uber Eats, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, you name it. Food delivery services.
it's just our view.
Yeah, absolutely. And who are we? We're just,
2 little people.
yeah, chatting away on a podcast.
Yeah, chatting about a podcast. But yeah, I haven't spoken to anyone from any of these companies. So
Yeah, and this is
haven't
not an
worked-
advertised,
No,
this is not a sponsored, this is not a...
definitely not, because we've just bashed them.
Well, it's not, no, we haven't bashed them. There's a place for
Time
it.
and a place. Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
And I think the places for it are brilliant for what the services offer. There are some pros and cons, though. Much like coming into a cafe.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons about coming into an establishment. It's like, can you find parking? No. This place is in the middle of the city. There's no parking anywhere. You've got to hop on foot. Okay, cool. Can you take a seat there? No, like there's a place that
Yeah.
I like to go to in a little tiny village about 20 minutes down the road. Lovely, lovely spot. Beautiful coffee. Do you want to take more than 2 people at that place? No, because the tables are so freaking tiny. It's literally just a 2-person table. And then when it's cold, they don't have the patio open. And so, I think there's probably about 5 tables in there, 10 people max.
Yeah.
So pros and cons to all the things. And we've just shared about some of the pros and cons of food and delivery services.
Yes.
On that note, we're going to take a break. We will be right back. Okay, and we're back.
And we're back. We're on to like a Who Does That segment. You don't have one. You've not really been at work this week, so you
No, I was just trying to think about that, and I was like, I've been at work for one full day and then a half day today.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's been the capacity that I've had.
Well, mine is not a Who Does That. It's a seriously, madam, what kind of question is that?
Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
What kind of question was it?
So over the weekend, it was busy. It was loud. We're always busy and loud.
I know what this question is.
And 3 ladies came in and were kind of wandering around looking a bit lost in the restaurant. So I asked, is everything okay? She said, you have no seats. I said, yep, that's right. We're a bit busy. We have no seats. And I said, but I can put you on a wait list. And she said that she couldn't stay if it was this loud. I didn't expect it to be this loud, she said, in here. And I was like, okay, it is loud. We're very busy. Like it is loud in there because there's no carpet. The ceiling is high.
It's honestly a terribly acoustic place.
Yeah, great for open mics, but not great for busy days.
No.
So there's just this hum of noise. And she goes, I wouldn't have come here if I knew it was going to be this loud. She said, is there any way you can make this quieter? Seriously, madam? Absolutely, I can do that for you. I'm just going to go around to all the tables and ask them if they could whisper. And then you can take a seat and enjoy your lunch.
I feel like we need to do an offshoot segment of this. How would you respond to this lady? That's one thing. Mine is, here you go, here's your headphones for today.
Yeah. Like, or there's a library down the road.
There's
Get
the
it
door
to
you
go.
can exit.
Go and sit in the library with your takeout.
Just turn your hearing aid down.
Oh, God. But I know there was a look. Is there anything you can do about that? And I was just like, not really. There isn't anything I can do. I can try and sit you somewhere that's a bit quieter if a seat comes up. Like I tried to pretend I was being accommodating.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any quieter if you sit there or if you sit over there. I'm just kind of pretending that I'm trying to be helpful here.
I love that you pretended because I would have just looked at them and said, no, I'm really sorry, but there's not.
I pretended because
Okay.
I'm like, I didn't want to be that. But in my head, I'm like, what? Seriously? Can I make it any quieter? We could all tiptoe around.
Tiptoe on the tulips.
Oh, my God. So that was seriously, madam. And I called her madam. What kind of question is that?
I love it. I love when
They
you do a
didn't
madam.
stay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
They're lost.
so that happened. But I was busy and I just like, do you think there's no seats? Yep, no seats. It's too loud. Yep, it's really loud.
Maybe this is not the place for you.
No.
You should go 20 minutes down the road where there's a nice little cafe, small tables, one person across from each other where you can whisper and hear one another talk.
Yes, everybody will probably be able to hear you because you'll be shouting. But okay, I hope my page is turned because I'm turning to the Would You Rathers.
Okay.
The
Fire away.
Halloweeny. I've written it so small that I can't really read it now. Would you rather spend the night in the cemetery or a haunted house? It's actually quite a difficult one for me because I don't think I want to stay in a haunted house. Oh, it's making me shiver. Overnight. Spend the
Okay.
night, obviously, Helen. Da-da.
Is there a comfortable bed in the haunted house?
Well, it might be comfy, but it's still going to be pretty scary. It's going
But
to
the
be
bed's comfortable.
Yeah.
And if I'm sitting in a cemetery, do I have like a tent or a sleeping bag? Or
No, if you're going to a cemetery for the night, you'd take your own. We'll probably take our concert chairs
Okay.
and a blanket, and we'd be ready. We'd have some snacks.
Okay. Well, that sounds fun. But also, I'm not a superstitious person. And so if there's a comfortable bed, I'll stay in the house.
No, I don't think I could stay in the house. The footsteps and the creaking, I'd get freaked out, I think. I could put my earplugs in, I guess. But I would get freaked out.
Okay.
In the cemetery, I might hear. I'd get freaked out there too. I'd get freaked out. I'd freak myself out more than anything.
You would freak yourself out. I don't know how these Halloween questions are actually going to go for me, because Halloween for me, like, lots of people have asked me this, like, do you enjoy the spooky season? I'm like, no. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It has absolutely zero meaning for me, and it has absolutely zero memories. I've got absolutely no attachment to Halloween or haunted or spooky or nothing. So I'm like...
Yeah, because we've not lived in countries that had a big emphasis on Halloween.
No. And so I'm like, sure, if it's got a comfy bed, I'll sleep there.
Yeah, no, I'd still... Would you rather then hear footsteps at night or whispers in your ear that nobody else can hear?
Do you know what? I think this has been a Milo question once.
Has it?
Not for us on our podcast, but I feel like this is a question that Milo's asked me before. And I think I would probably go for footsteps, because constantly hearing whispers in my ear. I mean, I have that already. It's just my own thoughts.
I'm like, do you?
Not whispers in my own ear.
This is another podcast episode.
So that would frustrate me. I'm like, I have enough going on in my own brain with my own thoughts. Having more whispers. Sorry, that's a bit too loud.
Yeah.
What would you choose?
Well,
see, here you go. You're getting practical, Joella. That's my answer.
I would need to sleep. I need to sleep. Mm-hmm. So if there's footsteps all night, I'm not sleeping. When we've had an animal in our attic, it's honestly, I put my earplugs in and pretend it's not there. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's horrible. I really hate it. But I don't think, I'll probably be answering the whispers. Like, I'll be like, who's like... Sometimes now it sounds like people are whispering.
Helen, yes?
Yeah.
I need to go here. Okay, where am I going? Oh, no, wait.
Who are you? I'm just going to look mad. Oh, my God.
It's like Dory from Finding Nemo.
Okay, I don't know maybe footsteps. Put my earplugs in and just pretend they're not there.
You can
it's making me shiver. I don't know why. Okay, last one. Okay. Would you rather see ghosts everywhere or never see your reflection again?
Who are the ghosts?
Tom, Dick and Harry. I don't know who the ghosts are.
I don't know who Tom, Dick and Harry are. So
well, they're your ghosts. Okay. They're not people you know.
Well, that doesn't seem very fun. So I'd rather not see my reflection.
Oh. I'm living with ghosts. I need to see what I look like before I walk out the door.
Oh.
Otherwise, you're going to end up coming in like, I don't remember what we called her, but bedhead lady. You're not going to know what you look like, and you're going to... I'm going to make you cough. You're going to come in like bedhead. You're not going to know. Or Maureen at the concert who let her hair...
That's when I rely on people like you
to tell you.
Or just say, Joe, you need to sort yourself out.
Have you not got a mirror? Oh,
no,
I can't see my own reflection.
Can't see my own reflection.
I think that sometimes when people come in, do you not have a mirror in your house? I saw somebody once. You know those jeans you get from... Well, you get them in all places, but Reitmans were one of the first people to do it, where they're a pull-on jean, but they look like they're a regular jean. It looks like they have buttons and a zipper.
Oh, yeah. Like jiggings.
Yeah, so you just pull them on.
Yeah.
One lady got up and she put her jeans on, she pulled them on, but she had them round the wrong way.
So her two back pockets were in
front.
The
zipper were at the back, and then her two pockets at the back were like on each side of her like belly button kind of thing. I never said anything, and I should have just said by the way, because that's the kind thing to do. Sometimes I haven't done the kind thing. I've just looked and gone, oh God, I wonder how long.
Would you do that to a stranger?
I feel like I should. Because I would really appreciate it if somebody, I mean, I would be totally embarrassed and mortified, but I feel like you could go into the washroom and rectify it and not spend the rest of your day with your trousers on back to front or clothes on inside out. Because you just haven't noticed. I've gone out before with my sweatshirt on and I've come home and I'm like, holy moly, I've had this on all day. Like, you could have seen the label and no one said anything.
I would tell a coworker very easily and very quickly, your T-shirt's inside out, back to front, your fly's down.
Yes.
You've got a hole in your butt. Like, I would say that because I would want that to be told to me.
Yeah.
And so I am very happy to tell a coworker that.
But what about if you're not at work and you're going about your business and you've got your flies down all day?
And if a stranger doesn't tell me?
Yeah.
I'm okay with a stranger not telling me if I get home
you're
because
not going to see them again.
my brain is just like, well, that's just embarrassment for me in this moment, but nobody sent, like, I don't know who I saw.
But if somebody came up to the desk and I felt comfortable, I don't do it very often. I have done it, and they've got something on Inside Out. I would like, I should probably, this is the beginning of the day, I should probably say, just very discreetly, just so you know, you've got your sweater on Inside Out. Or I feel like that's a kind thing to do.
It is a kind thing
to do. It's going to, that person will still be, I'm not doing it to embarrass you because you haven't checked in the morning, because I do that anyway, but...
I will rephrase my unkindness. I don't think it's unkindness. It's just I don't feel comfortable doing it. But if it was somebody that I felt like in the moment, I think you would really appreciate me telling you, then I probably would.
I haven't ever told a guy. It's always been a lady.
Yeah. Would I tell a strange man that his fly's undone? Nope.
No.
He can have that hanging out. It's his problem.
If it was hanging out, I would say something. I'd say, put your party sausage away, dude.
But that's a different scenario. I was flippant with my colloquialism.
That actually happened to someone at work.
Oh, no, but that's when she was cleaning the toilet.
Oh, no, this is different.
Oh.
On their very last shift at work.
Yeah. Is Ellie going to be messaging you soon?
Ali's going to remember who this is, I think, yeah. They got flashed. We had to call the police.
Well, okay. Is this
intentionally?
Okay.
They were ordering. They knew it was out. This was that young girl as well.
Oh, that's a terrible last day.
Yeah, she's never going to forget that.
No, but that's a different scenario. That's an intentional thing.
This is a whole different subject. But it just reminded me. Yeah,
dudes with their flyers down. Nah, I'm not saying anything. But women who probably look together and then they've got their tag out because their t-shirt's inside out and the wrong way around, then I would probably just say, just letting you know that your t-shirt's back to front.
One of our regulars did that to me. I came in on my day off to do something and I had my sweater on inside out. I didn't notice. And she came up to me and she said, your sweater's lovely. You look amazing. But it's inside out. It's inside out. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, she did that for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just... Sometimes when it's this one single colour and very similar, like, you just put it on.
Yeah. And then you can get away with it. If it's a black hoodie or a black jumper.
Yeah, but it's the label that always gives it away, or the seams.
Yeah.
One time I came into work and I was like, why is that emblem on the other sleeve today? I'm like, that's weird. My T-shirt's different. It's on the... And then the person said to me, you got it on wrong way round. You got it on back to front. I'm like, I'm so dozy. Normally I notice that because the collar's higher at the front of the T-shirt and it's horrible, but I didn't notice. I'm just like... Oh, look, I've got a different T-shirt to use on the different arm. What a wally.
What a wally.
That's all I've got.
Well, on that note, thank you very much for listening to us for yet another episode of And Another Thing.
And Another Thing.
If you would like to reach out to us and get in touch and tell us your stories of
Halloweenness.
Halloween, DoorDash, food delivery, whatever you want.
Whatever you like.
I say all of this very deflated because in the last 28 weeks, have we had that many emails? No, we have not.
No,
but
we got so excited when we did get them because we thought that was it.
We thought that there was a bit of a rhythm going on, but nope. So, I mean, hey, don't stress yourself. Yeah. No one else has so far.
Yeah. Also, today when I looked... Australia was beating New Zealand and the UK today, so Ali might be spreading the word.
Just to fill everybody else in, you mean by the analytics of our podcast and the countries that are listening.
Yeah.
And yes, I saw that. And we've got a listener in Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for whatever episode that they listened to. They might have listened to one and thought, nah.
Well, it's in the last 7 days because I always follow the last 7 days.
Yeah, but they could have listened to episode 3.
And gone there. Yeah, the people from France went, nah, not doing that again. So, anyway, sorry, I threw you off.
That's okay. Wherever you are in the world, it'd be lovely to hear from you. You can do so by emailing us at pod.andanotherthing@gmail.com. We're also on all the socials. You can find us And Another Thing podcast. You can message us through there as well.
Yeah.
Is that everything? Did I miss anything?
YouTube.
We're on YouTube, not as a visual, but as an audible. If you have friends that you're like, hey, this is a really awesome podcast, because we think it is, but they don't have any other way to actually listen to us, you can find us on YouTube and Another Thing podcast.
Yeah.
That's us for now. have a great week and
have a good idea. Woo!